Welcome to No Excuses. I decided to come outside because it is a nice day and who knows how many more we're going to have. So welcome to my outside. Today we are going to talk about the books that I read last week. I read two books. They were both fiction and they were pretty decent. The first book that I read was called Unperfect. This is a book about a young woman who from the very beginning you could tell was down on her luck. Life was just going rough for her. She was homeless, she was hungry, she was desperate for a job, and she got a job. And as the story progresses through, meeting her employers and, tension and all that, you find out that her reason for being homeless, her reason for being hungry, her reason for being sore with injuries was the fact that she was in an abusive relationship. I cried most of this book. The description of the physical abuse didn't get me. It was the description of the emotional abuse that this person rained down upon her. It struck a chord. It struck a chord. It took me back to a time in my life, in my ex-marriage. And it was a very difficult book for me to read. It was supposed to be a good feel-good book, but it was a very difficult one for me to read. When I actually finished it, I actually started to sob. But that actually is also a good true hallmark of a book, if it can actually just yank your emotions from you. It is a good book. It ends up happy. Everything is good. Life is awesome. Even though I cried through it, I would highly recommend reading it. Just want to give you the warning that if you are triggered or you have trouble reading about abuse, which apparently I do, you might want to, there. But if you want to see what it is like, definitely read the book. The second book I read was called The German Daughter. This was set in World War II and then also in the 1960s, and is basically a gal who finds out that she was adopted. And she goes on a search to find her true parent. And through this, she found that she was actually born in one of these homes that was set up by the Nazi government to help perpetuate that perfect Aryan bloodline. And then she was set for adoption. So she goes to search for her family. The search takes her behind the Berlin Wall, and you see a whole different aspect of life. It was actually a really good book. It was actually a very good book. I'd rank it a 3. I would rank both of them a 3. Both are very high 3. Definitely, I would recommend them. They both give you an aspect of life that you might not normally know about. Anyway, quick reviews. So there you go. If you've read any of the books, let me know. In the meantime, have a great day and no excuses.